Hello, everyone. Happy Star Wars Day. Today is the day that we're going to be covering the music from Star Wars. First of all, let's get tuned. Here is everyone's A. All right. So, as you may notice with Star Wars, that a lot of parts are repetitive. All right. As always, I don't encourage that you just play through it 100 times. However, this song might be simple enough that you get it right. But to make things easier for you, let's take a look at it. The first two measures is what I like to call the intro. The intro is shown kind of somewhere else in the song. But if you start at measure 3, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, 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 bum. Okay, that's what I like to call the A part. I've already mentioned it in the links below, or not the links below, the description of what you're supposed to be practicing below each announcement, that the A part appears at 3, measure 3, at measure 19, and at measure 38. And within each of those times, it does repeat itself twice. Today, we're going to be working on just measure 38, and particularly the next part after that, measure 42. First thing I want to do with measure 38 is talk about how whenever we play this A part here, every time we play it, we're going to follow the directions that are listed on measure 4. Measure 4, it says sempre marcato. Marcato, as you may remember, is when everything's accented. Bum, 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 da, 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 right? Everything is big and showy and fanfare. And that's going to be the same way that we play. In fact, that's what sempre means. Sempre means always, right? Sempre fidelis. Sempre means always. So always marcato whenever we play that part. All right. So let's jump right into it and demonstrate what that's supposed to sound like. Join me on your parts on measure 38. I'm going to play the cello part since it's got some nice descending notes right here. 1, 2, ready, and... That's what sempre marcato needs to sound like. Okay? Get the idea? Okay. The measure that I didn't go on to, measure 41, I want to note as a special difference to the rules that I'm going to share later on in this song. In the song from 42 to the end, you've got every rhythm that you need to know except for cellos and bass in measure 41. In measure 41, you have 1 and a 2 and a 2, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4, and is rest. Okay? For that one, that's the only difference to what we're going to be talking about later on. Again, the rhythm is 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, or 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and. Okay? Let's do it. 41, get ready, and 4 and. And then notice how I'm also doing a little bit of a vibrato on each of these. Ba, 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 ba. If you can accomplish that, great. If not, don't worry too much about it. Okay, cellos, I think I've talked about your part sufficiently. Everything else that we talk about with rhythms and notes, you're going to notice that you have the same notes as in the second violin part, and bass as well. Bass, you follow the same second violin part or cello part, except for those notes and those rhythms that I just did. So let's go on. High strings. I'm going to play your parts in particularly. Starting at measure 42. At measure 42, here is the first violin part. You're going to start with F on the D string, right? Low 2 with the C. Low 1. And then low 1 here for the F natural, not F sharp. Remember, everyone, we are in the key of F major. And there's that F. Remember when we were talking about dominance and how that's the fifth away? What is the fifth after F? F, G, A, B, C. Interesting how we start with an F, then we go to C. That's the strongest, most structural, most interesting sound that you can make in music, is going from the tonic to the dominant. And then up to the high tonic. Makes it sound triumphant and complete. Alright, I'm not going to hurt your ears by playing any more of that part, but I do want to mention for first violins only, at measure 45, when you have this figure right here, where you go, it's got like a little bit of a bracket, and it has a 3 in the middle of that. The rhythm for that is kind of interesting, because it's got a quarter note and an eighth note. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but it goes 1 and 1 and . So if we start in measure 45, first violins, your rhythm goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right? Let me do that in time again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and or 4 and Okay, so it goes ba 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 3 4 1 2 3 4 triplet 1 2 4 1. Okay, that's how that rhythm goes right there. Da 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 ba ba ba. If you kind of think of, I mean, obviously think of what you've heard maybe in Star Wars, heard this theme before, but also if you think about a fanfare, ba ba da ta da da ta da, right? Ta da is that eighth note going into that next measure. Ta da ba ba da ba ba da. Okay, that's the rhythm that everyone has at the end of measure 45. Let's talk about the rhythm that seconds and everyone else has at 45. You have triplet, triplet, duple, ba, ba, ba. Okay? Triplet, triplet, duple, ba, ba, ba. Now aren't you glad that you did the exercises with the triplets? Because that's helping you right here. Triplet, triplet, duple, ba, ba, ba. Triplet, duple, ba, ba, ba. Triplet, duple, ba, ba. Triplet, 1, 2, ba, ba, ba. Alright, last measure, everybody. The rhythm that you have here is 1 and 2E and 3. Okay? It goes really fast. 1 and 2E and 3. And 1 and 2E and 3. Again, 1 and 2E and 3. Sometimes just to get myself going fast enough on that one, I think 1 and a hurry and a 1. Or 1 and a hurry and a 3. Okay, since we're on that measure, everybody has this bowing. So grab your bow. You're going to go on the last measure, first note, down bow, and then the next note also down bow. So you've got an 8th note down bow, then the next note is a 16th note. It's the first of a whole run of 16th notes, and you're going to play that all as, or you're going to play that first one as a down bow. See what effect that makes. It's better than, but it's stronger. It's stronger if it's both down low. But you are going to have to practice to make sure you don't crash down. Yeah, it's not quite like that. Okay, I'm missing a rhythm here. 1 and 2E and 3. No, that's right. 1 and 2E and 3. It also ensures, with that bowing, that you play the last note down bow as well. Again, down bow is always going to be stronger than up bow, and that's why certain bowings are the way that they are. And everyone has that at the last measure. This is that was measure 49. Did I mention before at measure 45 that first violins you're gonna go up, up, down? Okay, let's practice that. Right at the beginning of measure 45, I'm gonna go a little slower than tempo. Let me see. 1, 2. Oh, my mistake. Right here, just at measure 45 is the only exception to your rule. You're going to go down, up. C's. But here in measure 46, as well as in lots of the rest of the song, you're going to go up, up, down. Again, for the same reason that you land each measure, at the beginning of each measure, with a down bow. Yep. All right. And then you're going to go down, up on the second to last measure, and then last measure, down, down, up, down, up, down, and so forth. So that's that right there. Going to the second violin part, just to let you know what your part sounds like. This is also cello and bass, except for measure 42. Measure 42, cello and bass, I already did that for you. F's, F, E, D, C, and so forth. I don't think you need my help on that one. But here is second violin part. I just played that E flat before. Notice how I fixed that the second time through. E is supposed to be natural, right? Only B is flat here. My mistake. Okay. And then you have, applies to cello and bass as well. B, 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 C, 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 C. You guys are going to do that down, up on that weird triplet bracket again right there. Then... that's an E. And there you go. That's your part right there. Cello, bass, and second violin. Viola, let's talk about your notes. If you think you can figure out your notes and you've got the rhythms, you can go ahead and sign off right now. You guys are totally fine to go. But here is the viola part. You're going to play A, again, at 42. A, 2, 3, 4, F, F, D. Wait a second, that's not an F. F, F, D, F, F. Kind of sounds like the Imperial March, right? And then measure 45. If you could play that with a fourth finger, that would probably be better. And then an E. And then a C. Wait a second, that's not a C. Dun, dun. D, 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 C, C, D, 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 C, 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 C. B, make sure B is flat. Yep. There's your part right there, guys. I hope you enjoy playing this. I hope this lifts your spirits. And also, I hope it helps you recognize that the form of music helps you to digest music a lot better. All right. Have a good one. Don't forget to comment on which Disney character you saw, what quotes you like from him, what movies he's in. Bye-bye.